Hey everybody, it's Patsy here today with the reading for Scorpio for the month of October 2017. Hope everybody had a good September. So, this reading is mostly intuitive channeled, okay? And I got a lot of notes, so you're going to hear me rustling papers. But this is a message that was very important to get out, so I'm going to try to do it as quickly as I can because you all know I ramble and I have a problem with this not having enough space, and it only gives me an hour. So here we go. The first card that you got, Scorpio, was Yemiya. Okay? Yemiya is Orisha that rules the seas, the seashores, beaches, the oceans across the world. Okay? So she is the salt waters. Alright? She's also a nurturer. She's a mother. She actually took over raising of her sister Oshun's children by Chango, as Oshun was not able to raise them or wasn't interested. So Yemiya took them and raised them as her own children. She represents a mother, a nurturer. Okay? The other card that you got was Oba. Okay? Oba is a wife, all right? She was one of Shango's wives, and she was given bad advice by jealous sister wives, who told her that she would, that Shango would marry her, would stay with her, never leave her if she gave him soup made out of her ear. So she cuts off her ear, she makes him the soup, and he finds out, he leaves her, and he never goes back to her home ever again, okay? And goes to live with the other sister, wife. So, she came in reverse for you. So, when I saw this card, the spirit said to me that this was talking about Yemiya. It was also talking about Olokun, because it was in reverse. So Olokun is the companion, Orisha, sister Orisha, to Yemiya. So Yemiya takes care of the sea, everything on the top of the sea, or Olokun takes care of things that are at the bottom of the sea, and the mysterious things, and miracles, and phenomena. So she takes care of things, you know, for women, any women's concerns, things about your children, things about your love life, things about your home, making your bills, addictions, alcoholisms, things that are just like so, you know, that a mother or a wife or a sister would just be, you know, imploring and begging for healing for someone. Olokun takes care of all of those things, all right? She takes care of all of those things for everybody, but she really does deal with women's concerns. She's a stabilizing force also. She will help you maintain and keep your home. All right, so the message that I got from Spirit, because that was just the definitions here, it says, you have avoided death, okay? You saved yourself a trip to the graveyard, but your protection came from Yemiya and Olokun. Okay? The next card that you got is the village. Okay? The village corresponds sort of with the tower in the regular tarot. It was in the reverse, and what the spirit said that this meant was justice, everybody had given up on you, all right? But chaos was about to ensue in your family, and so you recovered. But had you not recovered, chaos was going to ensue in the family that you left behind. Okay, the next card that you got was Karma. Okay, karma talks about justice. Karma talks about eyes of God watching everything that you do. It talks about things that you've done in your youth you have to answer for in your old age, perhaps. Okay, it talks about the different stages of life and accepting the different stages of life also. But it was reversed for you. Okay, and when I saw this card reversed, the Spirit said the message was justice will still be served, but they want you, Iyanla, the divine, wants you to witness it and learn a lesson. There will be family issues that need to be resolved and healed, not just in your family, but in your childhood family. So your nuclear family that you came from with your parents and your siblings, maybe grandparents. But this is a lesson that they want you to get this healing. Okay, they think this is very important for you to get this healing. Okay, the next card that you got was, you got two cards. And one was Oshumari. Okay. Now Oshumari in the Ifa, that is the creator. Oshumari is God. Okay. Creator of everything. And you see in this picture, there all of the elements are represented. There's a rainbow, there's sun, there's the seeds that have been planted in front. Okay, and the snake signifies a healing. Okay, it signifies medicine. All right, if you see the sign for medicine, the catechist has two snakes on it. Okay, so this is healing, a divine healing. You got this reversed also, along with the air element. Okay, air element, to me this talked about messages. And so this was what they said. It says you will heal slowly. And you should seek not only the homeopathic medicines that you have been using, but you also should seek out some of the conventional medicines to deal with your illness. Homeopathic medicines will not ensure your survival beyond 5 years. Okay, your children need you. Although they are grown, they need to see a transformation in you. And that's why you've been spared for now. This is not going to resonate with everybody. This is only for certain people. It might only be for one or two people, but whoever this is for, they'll know it when they hear it. And if this doesn't resonate with you, please share it with your Scorpio friends and family, especially someone that you know may be sick, all right, or have a family member that's ill. But you'll see as we go along. Okay. Next card that you got in this reading was the Nine of Fire. Okay, now Nine of Fire talks about respecting the ancestors. Okay, it talks about prayer. It talks about fasting. Okay, this was in the upright position. All right. And what the Spirit said is someone has been praying for you. This is a person that you don't know, but you know of them. That person wants you to see what your life will be without you while you are here. So this is explaining, I guess, why Lokun and Yemiya chose to protect you, spare your life, so you didn't transition. All right, says that they want you to see what your life will be like without you while you are here. So that's interesting. I got that image of It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart, that Christmas movie that NBC has been holding hostage lately, the last 5 or 6 years for some reason. This is a year that NBC needs to let that movie play as many times as it's available. And it should be on repeat like it used to be, on a loop, because we need to remember what our life was like in America, you know? Anyway, there's a lot of lessons in there. There's a lot of, I love that movie. I have it on my TV, and I've kept it on recorded, and every now and then I watch it. I recommend that you do it, that you also do that. It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. Oh my God. You'll see it at Christmas time, but see if you can find it online. Buy a copy. Anyway, it says someone has been praying for you. All right, and it says that you need to light a blue candle and pray and fast if you can. You check with your doctor. See if they allow you to fast or refrain from something for a certain amount of time, and then you can resume. But ask before you do any fasting, especially in your condition and situation. Okay? I'm not a doctor, but I know you can pray, and you should be able to light a candle, and if you can't light a candle, then get someone to do it for you. If you're in the hospital, there's a chapel. If not, just ask someone to light a candle. If you can't light a candle, then just keep a positive thought in your mind about your health for yourself. But it is saying that you should try to do both the homeopathic and the conventional medicines so that you can prolong your time. All right? Or at least be more comfortable. All right. They say you need to thank your guardian angels. They help you even though you didn't ask because you don't believe. Someone else prayed for you to recover. So you need to thank Iyanla locum even though you don't believe. Then go and familiarize yourself with a locum and Iyanla. Find it out for yourself. Open your horizons. Open a book. Google it. Whatever. But that's part of the thing. They want you to open your horizons. They want you to take another look at your belief system for some reason. Okay? I don't know what your belief system is or are, even if you have one, but they want you to open your eyes and open your mind and open your heart. So this person was praying for you to recover and not leave your children. Okay, so the next card that you got in this reading was 2 cards. 4 of Earth. Okay, talks about money, assets, inheritance. Okay, it also talks about a lonely person standing with their money and everything all by themselves. And you got it in the reverse. Right? This to me talks about someone who's stingy, somebody that's trying to they don't have their priorities in the right place when it comes to money. Okay, and they're looking at things really strange way. You know, off the, I don't know, but you have a different way of looking at money and thinking about money in regards to its position of importance in your life. You value money very highly, higher than expressing your emotions and higher than love in some cases. Anyway, Scorpio, these are the messages. I'm just the messenger. All right. So, it says that this is a message from the earth. No, I'm sorry. This is a message from the water. And it's in the reverse. Okay, so you can have, this could be you not feeling well, because this is a water sign. You're a water sign, Scorpio. This could also be your partner who is, again, upset because they're concerned about you. Okay? This could also be your partner. Okay? Concerned about you and your assets. They could think similar to you in that sense. But they're fearing being alone. Okay? They're fearing being alone. All right then. It says all you're concerned with is who's going to have your home and all your money after you're transitioned. But that's just what you're saying. That's what you're making everybody feel. And you're being very adamant about it to the point of ridiculousness, and it's upsetting to your spouse. But you ought to be saying that you are going to miss your spouse and you're worried about him, and that you're afraid of what is going to happen after you transition, and that you're afraid that he or she may forget about you, okay, because you do love them. But instead, you go and argue with them. You're interested in forcing the sale of their only asset because you want to make sure that no one enjoys the fruits of your labor as if they didn't labor also. And you're also planning to do some underhanded business concerning the sale of this asset, this home, this property. It's bigger than a car, but there's some money. Maybe it's a 401k, something that's coming that you're going to liquidate and split it, and you're planning on taking more than your fair share of the proceeds. They said. It says you are working behind your spouse's back with the real estate agent or the title company or someone else involved in this transaction. And they may be going to jack up their fees and split the difference with you after the transaction is completed, you know, that your spouse wouldn't know after everything's said and done. At least that's what you think is going to happen. But remember, Scorpio, crooks are crooked. All right. The next card that you got in this reading was the Five of Earth. Okay, Five of Earth. And this is in the reverse position. Okay, this talks about transformation, sacrifice, okay, going in and coming out, standing at the edge of death, the destruction, but the transformation coming out differently on the other side. But you got this in the reverse. So it says there's a fire sign or someone with fire in their chart. Okay, so it could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but it could be someone else that has fire in their chart. You have to check that out. But it says that they have sacrificed a lot in this situation, but you still haven't changed your attitude, your personality. The next card you got is the happy couple. Okay? Happy couple in the upright position. You see yourself as a perfect couple, or at least that's the image you try to portray to the people outside, the folks that you socialize with, your crew, even your siblings. whoever you go to church with, whoever, or don't go to church with. But whoever you socialize with, whoever you work with, whoever, you intend to give them this image of this happy couple. Okay? But you also see your partner as a person that you wish them to worship you. Okay? They're supposed to worship you, and they're supposed to feel your loss even after you're gone. Even after you're gone. It's not that you want them to be happy without you or be able to go on. No, you want them to be miserable, and you want them to feel your loss every day. You want them to feel it in their pockets. You want them to feel it in their hearts. All right. Scorpio, this is just the message they gave me, darling. But they're saying that's why your path to transformation was blocked. And your card that you got in this reading was Eshu. Eshu Elegba. Eshu Elegba is the path opener. Okay, he's the keeper of the opportunities, the roadways, the paths forward. Okay, but you got him reversed in this reading, and so they're telling me to tell you that that's why your path to transformation was blocked, because you come in, you're crossing over with a whole lot of stuff, and they're trying to have some mercy on you. The Orisha is looking out for you, because this person, and this person could be a fire sign also, they've been praying for you. They said once you get it, then you'll be able to move on. So they said, so you can see and experience in this life what love looks like and what your spouse looks like when they're being loved and respected. They want you to see it and feel it here. They want you to get that lesson here. They don't want you to carry that over to your next life. They don't want you to repeat this lesson, because it was very painful. It seems it was very painful for everyone around you, and it affected so many people. So they're trying to give you the opportunity to get the lesson before you cross over and save yourself the trouble. It also says, they also said, do not try not learning the lesson in order to prolong your time in this realm. They said people in comas hear and see, it's been reported, everything that goes on around them. They just can't react. And they also, people have out-of-body experiences also. But you know all about that because you've done that yourself for years on the down low. It says you've been utilizing a lot of occult and witchcraft and quote-unquote satanic things that you rail against when you're around your peeps. But you know that over the years, you have been dabbling. It said, just because you get someone else to do it, to do the work for you, doesn't make you innocent. You don't have clean hands. They did work for you, like any employee would do work for their boss. They know you so well you don't even have to ask them specifically to do anything anymore. You just start lodging a complaint or telling your story or your version of the truth, and it's as good as done. Oh boy. It says one of the people that you used, that you put a contract out on with your sibling that does this work, that does that kind of work. One of your victims was a daughter of a local. So Yemiya is repaying you a favor, just like your sister did for you. She's working it out for local the way your sister worked it out for you. Okay, so Conscious Spirit Oracle cards were the next cards that came up in this reading. So the first cards you got were the Healer. Okay, but it came in reverse. Okay, the Healer. This card is so pretty. I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healings to others. But this is in the reverse. So, just the opposite. You're not that compassionate and you're not that loving, and your healing is being delayed. This card is Release. Also came in the reverse. And Release says, I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. Alright, so what this is telling me is that you have to learn some gratitude and appreciation. You have to become more loving. This is the lesson that they want you to get. You know, I know it's kind of crazy that, you know, but this is the message, okay? That they're telling you that you're not going to be able, that they're giving you an opportunity, all right, to get it right before you can't get it right, and then you got to do it all over again. Because you will be back. We all come back. For the most part. So you need to understand that you have to release some of these behaviors so that you can heal or maintain your healing or heal the people around you. I guess it's not so much about your healing because they're taking care of that, but it's about you helping the people around you heal, and also healing wounds that are inside of you that came, no fault of your own, that came during your childhood. You may or may not even remember, but those things that you witnessed and what you saw and what you experienced, it affects the way that you interact with your family here, okay, and with other people in general, all right? Next card that you got here was the solar plexus. Solar plexus, how pretty is that? Oh, bright yellow, shiny. Solar plexus chakra, okay? I take actions daily that awaken my personal power, all right? This is talking about a healing in the midsection of your body, okay? Talks about problems with maybe your liver. I'm saying that because of the yellow. You know, jaundice comes, you know, with yellow. Like if your eyes turn yellow, that's how they know the babies are jaundice in the hospitals when they're first born because their liver isn't working right yet. So, but this is the meaning for this card in the Conscious Spirit book. All right, and all the cards that I'm using, you'll be able to find the description below the video. And these are the Conscious Spirit Oracle cards by by Kim Dwyer. So many decks of cards in this reading. Okay, so the solar plexus chakra. This is linked to fire, personal power, self-esteem. The color associated with it is yellow and is situated roughly 2 inches above the navel. This card deals with your lack or excess of personal power. If you allow others to make decisions for you or allow them to manipulate you, you will never find happiness. But if you are overconfident and use your power to control or manipulate others, this card is asking you to start acknowledging the strengths in those around you. Start acknowledging the strengths in those around you. All people have their own part to play in this life. No one is better than another. Only by respecting and recognizing the strengths in others will you find their cooperation. By acknowledging your own strengths, you'll be able to live life to its fullest. Remember, power is not about control, but about recognizing and awakening the unique inner strengths of all those around you. That's power. Power is enabling others to grow and to flourish, to lead by example, okay, to help them get their lesson, to encourage them in their spiritual growth. Ashe. All right. So, the next card that you got was balance. Balance. All right. But it was in the reverse. All right. Again, this came underneath the karma that was in reverse. So this is talking about a slow recovery. Okay. It also talks about rethinking life's choices. Rethinking your choices. Talks about communication or problems with communication. It also talks about your physical balance is off because it's in the reverse. And we know that because you're ill, right? So your balance, your physically you're off balance is what it's saying. Next card you got was embrace the change. Beautiful. And this says, I move easily and confidently through the changes in my life. All right, so this is about acceptance. This is about being open to learning, acknowledging the lessons, and moving forward. All right, change of attitude. Embrace the change. The next card that you got here was Forest Frolic, Maiden. Okay, look at that. Look at the earth. She looks happy. She's got the earth. She's got a lot of orange star beams in the air. She's got mushrooms. Okay. Orange is Oshun, love. Yellow is Oshun's color also. All right, so there's a lot of love here for you. But the female Orishas are speaking to you in this message here, Scorpio. They're coming in. Okay, so this says Forest Frolic, the maiden. This is about reversed, okay? This is about childhood family issues. This talks about lessons for young women, being a teacher, okay? It also talks about playfulness, learning how to let go and relax, but it's in the reverse, so that means that you don't do a lot of that, or when you do, it's only for your benefit, not for anyone else's, because you have to be the center of attention. It talks about relaxing and playing and praying. It talks about having a good time, but not having a good time at the expense of other people. Okay? If you were a bully as a kid, admit to it. Tell your children about the things that you used to do to people. Be open. Be human. Okay? Let your children see your true you. Your children don't even know who you are without your mask. They see the societal image. They know that that's a put on. They also see the angry tyrant at home when the doors are closed. And the abuse that you inflict upon your spouse. I'm not saying you abuse your children. I don't know about that. But in a way you do, because if children see you abusing their parent verbally, emotionally, physically, it takes something out of them. It leaves an imprint. It leaves a scar. It changes something about that child when they see the parent, one parent berating the other one. Okay. Eight pages of notes. Alrighty. It says, what lessons have you taught your children about how a man and woman interact? Whether you're a male or female, abuse is abuse. Verbal insults and shaming in front of your kids, what is that about? Is that how your parents treated one another? Is that how your father treated your mother? Is that how your mother treated your dad? Either way, it affected you. And it affected you, and in turn, it's dictated the way that you treat your family, your entire family, your siblings, and your spouse and your children. It's a defense mechanism. It's a protection. And the thing is that your spouse knows that. That's why they let you get away with it. Oh boy. Next card that you got in this reading from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck was Archangel Michael. Okay? I'm grateful for the strength and courage Michael Archangel brings to my life. But this is in the reverse too. Alright? So right now, you're in a weakened state. You just avoided death recently, it seems. Or you're fighting some illness that's bringing you close to transition. But you're fighting it, and you're being helped because of the prayers and the protection of the Orisha. So Archangel Michael says that you feel like you're being bullied by this illness. You feel abandoned and confused. You feel abandoned spiritually. You have to rely on strangers to help you, because your kids aren't taking your situation as serious as you would have hoped. They really think that this is just another manipulative, controlling antic that you've been guilty of playing so often. It's like the boy who cried wolf. They know that you're ill, but they're not being as attentive as you would have expected. But then again, you also expect to always be the center of attention. But it's bothering you. It's hurting your feelings now. How callously you see them treating your illness, your predicament. But your spouse, your long-suffering spouse, this water sign in reverse, this person has been there, holding your hand all throughout. And you would not let it be any other way, and they know that. But sadly, they wouldn't have it any other way either, because they do love you. But your appreciation, your reciprocation for their loyalty, for them sitting by your hospital bed for hours and hours, sleeping up in the hospital, the chair, or in the car, is abuse. Is abuse. It's insults. Is ingratitude. And you have no humility. No humility. None. Okay, the next card that you got was Crystal Ascension. Alright, this was in the reverse. Alright, this is about messages, too many electronic things in your area. You may need to bring some crystals in to help you with this healing. Like I said, you should be using homeopathic and regular conventional medicines, conventional treatments for this illness. That's what they said. But anyway, your spouse, your partner, is he's afraid to communicate his or her opinion about your treatment, because they may not share fully your religious beliefs. But they know that if they even butt in, they're going to hear about it, and they just don't want to, and they don't want to upset you. Okay? They're going to survive this experience. And they will find love, and they will find trust, and they will find freedom in a relationship. This whole situation is a karmic lesson for you both. Okay? You will experience love. They will experience love the way it should be. And you get to see them finally be happy right here in the flesh, in this realm, in this life. That's going to be the happy couple that you're going to be able to witness. The card that came up was the Spark of the Divine. This is a karmic situation for everybody involved. And right now, you're on. It's your turn. You got a lesson to learn. They have lessons to learn. He or she has lessons to learn. Your children are going to benefit from this lesson if you participate with your whole heart. All right? You get to see your spouse finally be happy, safe, secure, shiny, new, like a diamond, like an engagement ring. Oh, you're going to get to see that too. Size doesn't matter, right? But that's also something else that you're wondering about yourself. You have been checking on someone else besides your mate throughout all of this too, Scorpio. Because we know that you have a nice, healthy sex drive. And you're interested in someone around you. It could be a doctor, a nurse, a therapist, physical therapist, someone that you come into contact quite a bit while you're going through this journey to heal. So you, in the back of your mind, you have a little thought about getting it in as soon as you're up to it. That's okay. It's understandable. All these rules and labels, marriage and all of that, these are just the status quo anyway. But isn't lust a sin? Even if it's not acted upon? Allegedly. Yet. The next card that you got was the water element. And that is your element. Okay? Water element. It says, I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes in life. Again, this is telling you to go with the flow and learn your lessons and accept the changes that are going on around you. Accept the blessings that are happening. Okay? Accept the situation and get the lesson. Because you're not going to be able to continue on until you get the lesson. Okay. You have to go with the flow. Learn your lessons. Don't play with God like you play with people. Locum is speaking in this card. Okay? A locum is the Orisha of the bottom of the ocean, under the sea. Under the sea, right? A locum is speaking. And she has her children, the dolphins, with her. 2 children. 2 daughters. So, your kids are going to like seeing their parents after you all make this transformation. After your transformation. Both their parents will be peacefully coexisting, respecting each other, displaying affection towards one another, not just for the cameras, not just for company, but each of you will be with new partners. You will be happy with yours, and your partner, your spouse, will be happy with their new partner. And you'll be happy for them, and they'll be happy for you. Spirit says it's better to go out with a splash than with a bang. It says, give your descendants the gifts of healing and forgiveness. Don't keep generational curses going. You are being given an opportunity to help yourself and their children, and also to help your ancestors. Okay, your egum. They're going to benefit from you getting this lesson too. If you let your children see that it's okay to honor their ancestors, they're going to honor you. And you will be able to help them when they ask, and be them for their special moments, their celebrations with you there. They will have no doubt that you are there with peace and positivity that they'll be able to recognize. You see, you're going to be there in any event, But by seeing the tranquil, loving, forgiving you, they'll recognize you during those special times. But when the caterer is late or some other disaster occurs that would have wrecked everything and wreaked havoc, it won't be you that they think is doing that. But if turmoil is your calling card in this realm, they're not going to expect that to change in the other realm. Of course, it will change in the other realm, but they won't know that. So when something bad happens, they'll automatically blame it on you. That's not going to help you ascend. But you don't want that to be your legacy. You don't want that to be your legacy. And they are the divine, the creator, the ancestors, the guardian angels are giving you an opportunity. Because now you know what is expected and why. But you have free will. And maybe you like the Amityville Horror better than the Ghost of Mrs. Muir. Google it. M-U-I-R. Okay. Peace on that. So, that was the main reading that you got today. And I see I'm getting close to that 51, 58 mark where they usually cut me off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of the reading in a separate video. So it's going to have 2 parts, Scorpio, for October 2017. So see you in a bit.